Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to share a message that I believe will resonate with each and every one of you. March 26 is not just another date on the calendar. It is a day that will forever change the course of your life. A moment in time when you are given the power to make a choice that will alter the direction of your future. You are the chosen one, and on that day, your life will never be the same again. We often hear that the future is uncertain, that we cannot predict what is coming. And while it is true that there are elements beyond our control, one thing remains certain. The choices we make today will determine the outcomes of tomorrow. The future is not written in the stars. It is written by the decisions you make every single day. Your life is shaped by the choices you make, and March 26th will be one of the most pivotal moments in that process. For too long, we've allowed circumstances to dictate our lives. We've been told that we have to wait for the right opportunity or for the right moment before we can step into our purpose. But I stand here to tell you that the right moment is now. The power to change your life is within you, and that power resides in the choices you make. The question you must ask yourself is, what kind of future do you want? You see, we are not victims of our circumstances. We are not simply products of the environments we were born into or the challenges we have faced. We are the architects of our future. Our past does not define us unless we choose to let it. It is time to let go of the limiting beliefs that have kept you shackled for far too long. The truth is, you are capable of far more than you've ever allowed yourself to believe. You are capable of creating a future that is aligned with your purpose, your dreams, and your potential. This understanding is a turning point in your life. It is the realization that the power to shape your destiny does not lie in the hands of anyone else. It lies within you. The decisions you make today, on March 26th, will mark the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It's a moment where you stop waiting for something to change and instead take charge of your life. You choose to act. You choose to step forward with purpose and intention. And as you do, the path ahead of you will begin to clear and opportunities will unfold before your eyes. The truth is, every choice, every decision, no matter how small, is building your future. Whether you realize it or not, the life you are living right now is the result of the choices you made yesterday, last week, last year, and even decades ago. But just as your past is a series of choices, so too is your future. The choices you make starting from today will have a ripple effect on everything that comes after it. This is the power that you hold. You have the ability to choose your direction, to choose your destiny. When you understand this, you can no longer blame circumstances for the life you are living. Yes, life will present challenges. Yes, there will be obstacles. But what truly matters is not what happens to you, it is how you respond to it. Will you choose to rise above your challenges, or will you allow them to define you? March 26 will be the moment when you decide to rise. The moment you realize that your choices are the driving force of your life, something within you will awaken. You will begin to see yourself not as a bystander in your own life, but as the one who holds the power to create, to transform, to overcome. You are not just going through life, you are shaping it. Your decisions are your tools, and you are the master of your fate. I want you to understand that this is not just a motivational message, it is a call to action. The time is now. The life you've always wanted, the person you've always wanted to become, is waiting for you on the other side of your choices. But you must take the step. You must choose to believe that you are worthy of that future. You must choose to take bold action, even in the face of fear, doubt, and uncertainty. It's time to break free from the narrative that says you are powerless. It's time to let go of the idea that life is something that happens to you rather than something you create. You have the ability to decide what comes next. Your choices will determine the course of your life, and that is a truth that should inspire you, not intimidate you. March 26 is a significant day. It is the day that you can choose to unlock the power within you and step into a new chapter. You may not see all the steps ahead, but that is okay. What matters is that you take the first one. The power to change your life is in your hands, and it starts with the decision you make today. This is your moment to rise, to step into your destiny, and to become the person you were always meant to be. I urge you to not let this opportunity slip by. When you look back, you will see that March 26 was the day everything changed. Not because the world changed, but because you chose to change. And that, my friends, is where the true power lies. Remember this: you are not a victim. You are the architect of your future, and the time to build is now. There is a truth that lies deep within each of us, and that truth is that you have a unique purpose. A purpose that goes beyond what you can currently see or understand. You may be looking at your present circumstances and questioning if you are truly on the right path, if there is something more you meant to do with your life. Well, let me tell you this: you were born for greatness, and your purpose is already woven into the very fabric of your being. Each and every one of us is here for a reason, and it's not by chance. You were not born to live an ordinary life, to merely exist, or to simply get by. No. You were created with a unique gift, a calling that is specific to you, and that gift is waiting to be unleashed. When you align yourself with that purpose, when you stop running from it or doubting it, you awaken a force within you that is unstoppable. This force is the true power of who you are. Now, I understand that you may not see it right away. Life often has a way of clouding our vision, causing us to question our worth, our abilities, or the very meaning of our existence. It's easy to look at the world around us and feel insignificant or lost. But the reality is, the greatness that you seek is already within you. The moment you stop looking outside of yourself for validation and start embracing the truth of who you are, you will begin to see the incredible potential that lies within. You have to understand that your purpose transcends your present circumstances. It's not about the job you have, the challenges you're facing, or the obstacles in your way. These things may be a part of your journey, but they do not define you. Your purpose is not confined to the limitations you see around you. It is an unshakable truth that exists beyond what you can currently perceive. The moment you realize this, your perspective will shift and your life will begin to change in ways you cannot yet imagine. I want you to imagine for a moment that your purpose is a light that burns inside of you. It's a light that has always been there, but maybe you've been hiding it, dimming it, or even ignoring it. But no matter what you've been through, that light can never be extinguished. It is always there, waiting for you to awaken it, to claim it, and to live it. When you align yourself with your purpose, that light will begin to shine brighter and brighter. It will guide you, empower you, and lead you to a life of fulfillment and impact. Too often we compare ourselves to others, wondering why we don't have what they have, or why we haven't achieved what they've achieved. But the truth is, your journey is uniquely yours. No one else can walk your path, and no one else can fulfill your purpose. You were created for something that only you can do, and the moment you embrace that, everything changes. The doubts, the insecurities, the fear, it all begins to fade away because you realize that you are not meant to be anyone else. You are meant to be you. And you, as you are enough. This is the moment for you to stop living in the shadows of others and start stepping into the light of your own destiny. I know that you may have doubts. Who doesn't? But the doubt is part of the journey. It's not an indication that you're on the wrong path. It's a sign that you're being stretched beyond your comfort zone. Greatness does not come from staying comfortable. It comes from stepping into the unknown, trusting that your purpose is greater than your fears. When you align yourself with your unique purpose, you tap into a well of strength and passion that will sustain you even in the toughest times. This purpose is the fuel that will drive you forward, even when others tell you that it can't be done, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Your purpose is the constant, the foundation on which everything else is built. When you know your purpose, nothing can stand in your way. You will have the courage to take risks, to make bold decisions, and to keep moving forward, no matter how challenging the journey may seem. You must believe in the power of your purpose. You must believe that you were created for something extraordinary, something that the world needs. The world needs what you have to offer, and the moment you step into your purpose, you will not only transform your own life, but you will begin to impact those around you in ways you never thought possible. So, I encourage you today to embrace your purpose. Don't wait for permission or for the right moment. The time is now. Your purpose is calling you. You may not have all the answers. You may not know exactly what the future holds, but I can assure you of this. When you align yourself with your true purpose, you will experience a power within you that cannot be stopped. Remember, you were born for greatness. Your purpose is the key that unlocks your potential. And when you walk in alignment with it, you will not only change your life, you will change the world. When we think of transformation, we often envision dramatic, instantaneous change. We think of an event, a sudden moment when everything shifts. But I'm here to tell you that transformation is not an event. It is a process. It's not something that happens in a flash. It's something that unfolds over time, step by step, as you align yourself with the deeper truths about who you are and what you are capable of. Too often we look at our lives and believe that in order to change, our outer circumstances must first change. We wait for the right opportunity, the right job, the right person, or the perfect set of conditions. But what if I told you that true transformation doesn't begin with changing what's around you, it begins with changing what's inside of you. The greatest power you possess is the ability to revolutionize the way you think. Your mind is the catalyst for all change. The moment you decide to change the way you think, you unlock a world of possibilities that were previously hidden. The way you see yourself, the way you see your life, and the way you view the challenges before you. All of these can be transformed. When your mind changes, everything else follows. Transformation starts with thoughts. The way you think about yourself, about your potential, about your ability to overcome obstacles. These thoughts determine the trajectory of your life. You are where you are today because of the thoughts you have been entertaining. If you've been thinking small, your life will reflect that. If you've been thinking limited thoughts, your reality will be constrained by those limitations. But when you begin to change your thinking, when you choose to think thoughts of greatness, possibility, and abundance, your life will begin to change in response to that new way of thinking. I want you to understand that transformation is a process of internal alignment. It is about reconnecting with the highest vision of yourself. It's about moving beyond the noise of the world, the opinions of others, and the limiting beliefs that have kept you stuck. You are not your past mistakes, you are not your failures, and you are not defined by your circumstances. When you realize this, and when you start thinking from a place of power and purpose, the transformation begins. This is the secret to lasting change. It's not about fixing things on the outside, but revolutionizing how you see yourself on the inside. External circumstances will never fully change unless you first change the way you think about them. It is your inner world that dictates your outer world. When you change within, the world around you will begin to respond accordingly. But transformation is not a quick fix. It is a process that requires patience, perseverance, and commitment. Just as a seed must first be planted in the soil, then nurtured, and then allowed to grow over time, so too must your transformation unfold. It is not always comfortable. It often requires you to let go of old habits, outdated beliefs, and limiting patterns of behavior. But as you begin to think differently, as you begin to see the world differently, the changes will come. One of the most powerful aspects of transformation is the power of self-awareness. When you become aware of the thoughts, beliefs, and patterns that are holding you back, you gain the ability to challenge them. You can look at your life with a new perspective and ask yourself, what am I believing about myself and my future that is not serving me? What limiting beliefs do I need to let go of? This is the heart of transformation. The willingness to face the truth about where you are without judgment and to decide that you are ready for something better. It's important to remember that transformation requires discipline. You must commit to your growth, to your development, and to your journey. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen by accident. Every day you have to make the decision to align your thoughts, your actions, and your beliefs with the life you want to create. Small, consistent steps, each and every day, are what lead to the greatest transformations. Every decision you make to think more positively, to act with intention, and to live with purpose brings you closer to the life you are destined for. Another aspect of transformation is the power of resilience. There will be moments in your journey when things don't go as planned, when the road gets tough, or when you face setbacks. But remember, true transformation is not about avoiding challenges. It's about how you respond to them. The ability to rise again, to keep going, to stay committed to the process is what will determine your success. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every obstacle is a lesson in disguise. When you embrace the process, you embrace the power to create a life that is beyond what you once imagined. As you embrace the principle of transformation, remember this: you are not the same person today as you were yesterday, and you won't be the same tomorrow as you are today. Each day is an opportunity for you to evolve, to grow, and to step into the best version of yourself. And when you make the decision to commit to this process, when you decide to change the way you think, your transformation will not just be a momentary shift, it will be a lasting revolution that will empower you to create the life you've always dreamed of. True transformation happens when you stop trying to fix the outside world and begin to focus on changing the inside world, the world of your thoughts, beliefs, and mindset. This is the greatest power you possess, and it is the key to unlocking a future filled with unlimited potential. Transformation is a process, and the journey starts within you. If there's one thing that holds more people back than anything else, it is fear and doubt. These two forces have the power to paralyze you, to stop you in your tracks, and to convince you that you're not capable of achieving the greatness you were born for. Fear whispers that you're not enough, that you can't succeed, that the path ahead is too dangerous or too difficult. Doubt tells you that you'll never measure up, that you're not worthy of the success you desire, and that your dreams are too big to reach. But I want you to hear this truth loud and clear. Fear and doubt are not the enemy. They are simply obstacles along your journey, and how you respond to them will determine your success. The chosen one is not someone who moves forward without fear. No, fear is a natural part of life. It's a part of every great journey. The difference is not that the chosen one is fearless, but that the chosen one has learned how to move forward in spite of fear. It is in the face of fear that courage is born. The chosen one does not let fear control them, but instead they face it, they rise above it, and they keep moving forward. Understand this. Fear does not have to hold you back. Fear is not a signal to stop. It's a signal to grow. When you feel fear, it is not the time to retreat. It's the time to move forward, to press into what you are meant to do, and to rise to the occasion. Every time you step into the unknown, every time you take a leap of faith, you will feel fear. And that's okay. What matters is how you choose to respond to it. Do you allow it to paralyze you, or do you use it as fuel to propel you forward? The same goes for doubt. Doubt will come without question. It will whisper in your ear, telling you that you're not good enough, that your dreams are unrealistic, that you're not capable of overcoming the obstacles in your path. But I want you to remember this. Doubt is the product of your mind trying to protect you, but it doesn't define you. You are not your doubts. You are not the negative thoughts that you think. You are not limited by the fears that cloud your judgment. You are more than your doubts, and you are more than your fears. The key to overcoming fear and doubt is not to pretend they don't exist, but to recognize that they are simply part of the journey. They are the markers that show you that you are moving in the right direction. You can't have growth without challenge. You can't have breakthrough without opposition. If you're not encountering fear or doubt along the way, it might mean you're not pushing yourself far enough, not dreaming big enough, and not stepping into the life you are truly meant to lead. When you trust in the journey, you trust in your own ability to overcome. You trust that no matter what comes your way, you are equipped to handle it. You trust that fear and doubt are not there to stop you, but to test you. And the greater the fear, the greater the reward on the other side. You are being prepared for something greater than you can see right now. Your courage to continue, your ability to face fear head-on, will unlock doors that you never thought possible. Trusting in your power means believing that you have everything within you to succeed. It means knowing that you are not alone in this journey. The strength you need, the wisdom you seek, and the courage you crave are already inside of you. They have always been there, waiting for the moment when you decide to face your fears and doubts and take the first step. The chosen one steps boldly into the unknown because they trust their inner strength. They trust that no matter how difficult the road may seem, they have the ability to overcome anything that comes their way. Trusting the journey is about surrendering to the process and knowing that every experience, every challenge, every setback, every moment of fear is part of the bigger picture, part of your transformation. Understand that fear and doubt are only temporary, and the moment you move through them, you step into a new level of freedom and possibility. The life you are meant to lead is on the other side of your fear. The breakthrough you've been waiting for will come when you decide that you are stronger than your doubts and braver than your fears. So, what will you do when fear and doubt arise? Will you shrink back, or will you rise to the occasion? The chosen one does not wait for fear to disappear before they move forward. They move in the face of fear. They rise above the doubt. They trust in the journey and in their ability to handle whatever comes their way. You too have the power to rise. Trust in your own power. Trust in the journey that has been laid before you. And when fear and doubt come knocking, step boldly into your future, knowing that you are meant for something far greater than the fears that try to hold you back. Your destiny is waiting. Step into it. There is a force within you that is far more powerful than any external circumstance or challenge you may face. That force is your mind. The mind is a powerful tool, and it has the potential to either build your future or destroy it. It is the very foundation upon which your life is built. Your mindset, how you think, how you perceive yourself and the world around you, will determine whether you walk in confidence or remain trapped by limits. Too many people are unaware of the immense power their mind holds. They let their thoughts wander aimlessly, feeding into doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs that shape their reality. But I'm here to tell you that the way you think today will determine the life you live tomorrow. The mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of negativity, fear, and doubt, those are the fruits you will harvest. But if you choose to plant seeds of confidence, possibility, and faith, you will reap the rewards of a thriving, empowered life. To change your life, you must first change your thinking. It's as simple as that. Your mindset is the key that unlocks your potential. The way you view yourself, your circumstances, and your abilities will either propel you forward or keep you stuck. If you allow limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns to dictate your life, you will remain bound by invisible chains. But if you choose to cultivate a mindset of victory, of abundance, and of possibility, you will break free from those chains and step into the life you were always meant to live. The truth is, you are not a victim of your circumstances. Your circumstances do not have to define you. What defines you is the way you choose to think about them. You can look at any situation in life and either see it as an obstacle or an opportunity. You can choose to see failure as the end of the road or as a stepping stone on the path to success. Your mindset determines how you respond to life, and your response is everything. If you want to walk in confidence, you must first believe that you are worthy of success. Confidence is not something that is bestowed upon you by the world or by other people. Confidence comes from within, and it comes from a mindset that believes in your own worth and ability. You cannot walk in confidence if you don't believe you have the power to succeed. And to believe that power, you must change the way you think. A mindset of victory is one that refuses to accept defeat. It is a mindset that sees every setback as a setup for a comeback. It is a mindset that does not allow fear, doubt, or failure to determine your future. When you adopt a mindset of victory, you are declaring that no matter what comes your way, you will rise above it. You will face challenges with courage, with strength, and with the unwavering belief that you are capable of overcoming them. But how do you develop such a mindset? How do you shift from a mindset of limitations to a mindset of victory? It starts with what you feed your mind. Just as your body needs nourishment to grow strong and healthy, your mind needs positive input to thrive. You must be intentional about what you allow into your mind. The books you read, the conversations you engage in, the media you consume, these all influence the way you think. Surround yourself with people and information that encourage growth, that inspire confidence, and that challenge you to become the best version of yourself. Another crucial step in empowering your mindset is to silence the inner critic. We all have that voice inside our head that tells us we're not good enough, that we can't do it, that we'll never succeed. But I want you to realize that this voice is not the truth. It's simply the voice of doubt and fear trying to keep you small. You have the power to silence that voice and replace it with thoughts of possibility and potential. When you hear that voice of self-doubt, don't let it control you. Instead, Choose to speak words of affirmation, encouragement, and belief over yourself. Remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. Your thoughts are not your identity. You are what you choose to think, and you can choose thoughts of strength, victory, and abundance. Changing your mindset also requires persistence. It's easy to fall back into old thought patterns, especially when life gets tough. But I encourage you to stay committed to the process. Every day, remind yourself of your power. Every day, choose thoughts that align with the life you want to create. As you do this consistently, you will begin to see a shift. Your mindset will change, and your life will begin to change with it. When you adopt a mindset of victory, you step into your power. You stop waiting for circumstances to change before you act, and instead you act in spite of the circumstances. You take bold, decisive steps toward your dreams because you believe in yourself and your ability to succeed. Your mindset becomes the lens through which you see your world, and that lens determines everything you experience. So I ask you today, what kind of mindset are you choosing to have? Are you choosing a mindset of limitations, of fear, and of doubt? Or are you choosing a mindset of victory, of confidence, and of limitless possibility? The choice is yours. And when you choose to empower your mindset, you will find that you have the strength, the courage, and the ability to create the life you've always dreamed of. Remember this: to change your life, you must first change your thinking. Adopt a mindset of victory and watch as your life begins to reflect the greatness that already resides within you. As we stand on the threshold of a new chapter, I want you to understand something that can change the course of your life. What happens on March 26th is not merely a date. It's a moment in time that marks a profound shift. This day, this very moment, has the potential to transform the course of your future. It is not just a date on the calendar. It is a pivotal turning point. The decisions you make today will echo through your tomorrow, shaping your destiny in ways that may seem unimaginable right now. Every moment in our lives carries significance, but there are certain moments that stand out, moments that change everything. March 26 is one of those moments. It is the day when possibility becomes reality, when the dreams you've held in your heart are no longer just aspirations, but the beginning of something tangible. This is the moment when you shift from wishing and hoping into making things happen. The truth is, today is the foundation of your tomorrow. The choices you make today, whether big or small, will have a ripple effect on the future you create. Everything you do today has consequences. And those consequences will unfold over time, shaping the life you will live. The actions, the decisions, the commitments you make today will set the course for where you find yourself tomorrow. Think about it. The person you will be in the next year, 5 years, or even 10 years will be determined by the choices you make right now. Every step you take today is a step into your future, whether you realize it or not. And that is why it is so important to recognize the power you have in this very moment. You are at a crossroads. The path you choose today will be the path you walk for the rest of your life. This is not a decision to be taken lightly. The future is not something that just happens to you. It is something you create through your actions, your mindset, and the decisions you make today. And the most exciting part is that you have the power to shape that future. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the architect of your own destiny. On this day, March 26, you are given an opportunity to make a choice. You can choose to stay where you are, to remain in your comfort zone, to keep putting off your dreams, or you can choose to take that step, to make that decision, to move forward into a new chapter of your life. What happens today will determine the direction of your life tomorrow. And this is your moment. Look back on your life and you'll see that the most significant moments, the moments that truly defined who you are, were often marked by the decisions you made at crucial points. Today you have the chance to make a decision that will mark a defining moment in your life. March 26 can be the day you look back on and say, that was the day everything changed. That was the day I chose to step into my purpose. That was the day I chose to stop doubting myself and start believing in my potential. That was the day I decided that my dreams were no longer just dreams, but a reality I would create. What makes today so powerful is not that it's just a random day on the calendar. It's that today is the beginning of the rest of your life. Everything you do from this point on will be shaped by the decisions you make today. The time to act is now. The time to stop procrastinating, stop making excuses, and stop allowing fear to hold you back is now. The moment to make the change you've been waiting for is here. Think about the power of today. When you make a decision today, that decision becomes part of your story. It becomes part of the foundation for everything that follows. You can decide today that you are no longer going to be passive in your life, that you will no longer wait for things to happen, but that you will make things happen. You can decide today to embrace the future you want to create and take action toward making it a reality. And as you step into this new chapter, know that the ripple effect of today's decision will be felt tomorrow and in every day that follows. Whether you realize it or not, every choice you make today impacts your future. You are crafting the life you will live through the choices you make now. The direction you choose today will set you on the path towards success, fulfillment, and purpose, or it will keep you in the place of uncertainty and stagnation. So, I encourage you, make today count. Don't let it slip by without fully embracing its power. Recognize that March 26 is not just another day, but the beginning of something great. It's the moment when possibility turns into reality, and it's up to you to decide how that reality will unfold. Your future is in your hands. And today is the moment you have been waiting for to make the decision that will change your life forever. The impact of today will be felt for years to come. Make sure it is a day you can look back on and say, that was the moment everything changed. Make it count. As we stand together at this crossroads, I want you to understand something profoundly important. You are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your decisions. The choices you make today will shape your tomorrow. For your future is not some distant, undefined dream. It is being created right now, in this very moment. March 26 is not just another day. It is the beginning of a new chapter, a pivotal moment where possibility meets reality, where the vision of who you are meant to be can finally come into alignment with who you are becoming. It is the day you step into your greatness, not because you are waiting for a perfect moment, but because you decide in your heart and mind that this is the moment to act, to rise, and to live fully in the power you possess. Remember this, you were born with a purpose greater than your past, greater than your present circumstances, and greater than any fear or doubt that stands before you. The power to create the life you've always dreamed of is within you. And the key to unlocking that power lies not in waiting for external conditions to align, but in transforming your mind, in overcoming your doubts, and in making choices rooted in the confidence of who you are and what you are capable of. This is your time, the moment to embrace your true potential, to walk in your purpose, and to create a future that reflects the greatness that resides within you is now. You are not bound by the limitations of yesterday or the fears of tomorrow. Today is the canvas upon which you will paint your masterpiece. Your future is not ahead of you. It is being built by the decisions you make today. As you leave here today, remember, you are the architect of your life, and the power to shape your destiny rests in your hands. This is your moment to rise, to overcome, to transform, and to take bold action toward the life you are meant to lead. March 26 will be the day you look back on and say, that was the beginning of everything. Go forward in confidence, in purpose, and in the unwavering belief that your best days are ahead of you. The future is waiting, and it is yours to create.